party supporters. We party supporters. We safe with this so far. They why you say now they want them. They want this in a they want ya. Now this with the pan so draw. Politics don't mess with progress as a people. Politics don't put wedge together to the things we hold us together. Hey salute, see how we done deeply divided along politics and party line. Oh. So pull your tribal, let's come out. Put your regional, let's come out. Pull party, let's come out. And we're nationalists, so follow you see waiting at the talk. So big fool. So big fool. And so big fool. Don't talk about and cronies of corruption. Every day we holla corruption. We then catch the poor teachers, they put them a cutting fee. We then catch that poor boy, then put on a Pademba road. For the one waiting 100, then say bring 20. 80 left now you hand. We make 'em papi show. Hey, salon, so big fool. So big fool. Who is fooling who? Now who da the fool who da? The thing way piss me off, but all the wahala way with the face. Na salute. So grumble. So hardship. Economic downtrodden. Unemployment look and park. Subhuman bondage. And not up till they begin. No, don't get me wrong. You get what I say? Not up till they begin. No, don't get me wrong. Because this country, if you talk through, then go give and color. Jesus, then go put me outside and not be longer. So big fool. Lose your face. So big fool. You see, the two are the two, I make you tight your face. Look that one, then I mean they go pan big fool. So big fool. We wait and thief, we wait and rob. All the money with them thief, them put na overseas account. For the open factory in this nation for his employment. For the open factory in this nation for help the youth. For give innovative ideas, for bring creative knowledge. For see waiting the left the week. Big fool. And the thing we painful from all this, my brother. Hey, salute. Now we they suffer, now we they protect them. We engage thief man them na this country. Hey, now we sympathy supporters. They come up for protect them. We they change the narrative. We take and make tribal business. We change the narrative. We take and make regional politics. We change the narrative. We turn on party politics. So forget for no say, you picking them future today, now you compromise. So. And you forget for no say, we tomorrow bamba, now we compromise. So. Then wealth and them picking them, they overseas. Why make them why are so go lead we? They're not able to build better hospital for we, they no able be. Better universities, they no able be. Better factories, so we young one then don't collect, then go get work for do. We no go get brain drain, we know they get brain drain. See we young doctors, now them pack na Ghana so. See we young doctors, now then they oversee. See we young teachers, now then so they Gambia. See we young brain them, now then so they now the diaspora. Wait temporon. See how we sister then they suffer na Lebanon, eh. See how we brother then they suffer na Libya, eh. Some man die na sea. Yes, hello. Which kind leader the way we get? But now we same one where they support them, now we they don't jump that street. Where we meet party supporters, now we they fed we self. Good neighbor see. They know they talk. Good pambo see. They know they talk. Hey, salute. So beautiful. So beautiful. See ya, hey, so beautiful. Look with him wig and lipstick. See him with him coat and tie. So beautiful. See better. Yes. All these six party supporters are so big fool. Excuse me, big fool.
Good morning, and welcome to another edition of the program called Korea's Right on. We are on YouTube and on Facebook, so we can discuss issues with the front page of the different newspaper them. Zakari for the morning, and after that, we can bring people inside where they can help you follow we rub more inside the different issues them where the newspaper them can don't pull na door for the morning. So we go straight and begin look at waiting we get. Waiting we get. We go straight and look at waiting we get inside the program. Please hold on. Sorry about that. If you join me, don't forget for like and share the program. If you just join me, don't forget for like and share the program. Okay. So welcome back. Very sorry for that. We just want for welcome again to the program. This is the program we had on YouTube and on Facebook. Please, if you just join me, please don't forget for like and share the program. And for you who are watching on Facebook, please support me for like and share the program. And at the same time, if you're not subscribing to the platform on YouTube, please consider for do so now. Thank you. So when you go straight and begin look at waiting the newspaper them don't say inside the program this morning. And the first one where we go into this morning now the Prime Times newspaper. The Prime Times newspaper, the first one inside the program this morning, say to mainstream maritime and blue economy. Robert Kenema calls for collaboration between media and SLMA. IGR launches State of Education Report 2023, starts Sierra Leone trains field staff on informal cross-border trade. And the next one we get inside the program that the Gleaner newspaper is say at plenary meeting, RSCSL judges chart future path of the court. And the Sierra Leonean bag top U.S. Army medical medallion, and you as well get to mainstream maritime and blue economy. Robert Kenema calls for collaboration between media and SLMA. During visit of Ambassador Thomas, Kuwait University assures of increasing scholarship for Sierra Leonean students. Night Watch newspaper and the next one for this morning we say 10 years on, flame of justice bonds again in Sierra Leone. On the beat, regional commander Freetown East raid cannabis sativa plantation in Orange. Okay, we get all the story them inside this edition of the Night Watch. Next one, where we get that the News Times Daily, International Women's Day, First Lady to speak at Columbia University. Planning Minister commends UNDP's inclusion of 5 big game changer in its work plan. VP Jules Jallo holds fruitful discussions with Chamber of Commerce. Smear campaign against SLCB MD backfires. Dr. Fatima Bioshia's insights visit for women's empowerment at Harvard University. And next one we'll get inside the program, now public review. We say in court, ex-President Nkrumah lawyer asked for extension of medical leave. And non-payment of backlog salaries and others are reason for university lecturer strike action. And you as well get ONEP celebrate 25 years of building peace and inspiring change. Bio, do ya fish for we picking them? And other story there for you inside this edition of the program what we call of the public review newspaper. The other one we get now the AZ newspaper, we say EBK's trial paused pending medical evaluation. And Sierra Leone OIC demands end to Gaza violence. President Bio meets UAE leader to boost bilateral ties. Deputy Minister of Finance participates in COM24 high-level round-table discussions in Zimbabwe. And you as well get SOS Global Investment facilitate recruitment of 1,000 Sierra Leonean women for jobs in Saudi Arabia. Okay, all right. FCC implement strict measures to combat cemetery and desegregation. Please, I beg, una forgive me. Let's take a break quick. Let's just take a break quick. And I'll come back just now. Please, let's just take a break. A very, very much important. Let's take a break. Very, very much important. Hey, God. Please, let's just take a break, please. I beg, una forgive me. Let's just take a break quick.
Big man put entire look at with him we get lipstick. This nation don't turn BSc, MSc, PhD there. The one they will lambook at this country and then same one they spoil this country big English, big jargon. See them in our parliament, see them in our law court. See them full up now in state house. See them chairman, directors. Party supporters. We party supporters. We safe way they so far. They why you say now they want them. They want this in a they want ya. Now this with the pan so draw. Politics don't mess with progress as a people. Politics don't put wedge together to the things we hold us together. Hey salute, see how we done your tribal lens come out. Put your regional lens come out. Pull party lens come out. And when national lens so follow you see waiting at the talk. So big fool. So big fool. Hey, so big fool. This nation no longer act together as one. We common interest don't talk about and cronies of corruption. Every day we holler corruption. We then catch the poor teachers, they put them in a cutting fee. We then catch that poor boy, then put on a Bademba road. But the one waiting 100, then say bring 20. 80 left now your hand. We make them papi show. Hey, salon so. Is fooling who? Now who that they fool who that? The thing way piss me off, but all the wahala way with they face. Na salute, so grumble, so hardship, economic downtrodden, unemployment look and park. Subhuman bondage, and not up till they begin. No, don't get me wrong. You get what I say? Not till today it begin.
I get what you say. Not till today begin. Very sorry, and please, for thank God for wanna show some understanding, for make a able for gap quick. Yeah, some gap and it is very important for the person gap. Sorry about that. Okay, we'll continue with the rest of the paper review. The rest of the paper review. And we'll go and take the next one. We now the Premier News. The Premier News say Council defending former president's request extension of medical leave. And Iran, Sierra Leone forms FMS all talks. And you as well get University of Sierra Leone saga. Shadi gives a 14 days ultimatum, and Sierra Leone to host ECOWAS conference on autonomous weapons system. Another story for you inside this edition of the Premier News. And the next one at the Owl newspaper, we say plan to kill him. Alleged coup plotters exonerated by Mahmoud. Chief immigration officer embarks on transformation exercise. And you as well get tribalizing leader and inspirational trailblazing leader and inspirational entrepreneur Eco Banks WCW Spotlight Mrs. Jaka Mansari. FCC to deploy armed police and nighttime restriction to safeguard cemetery. And the next one we get inside the program this morning. Okay, I think now all of the paper in this we get inside the program this morning. Well, let me just take a break again and bring we guest them inside for come continue with the rest of the conversation. Sorry that I take boku break today. Very sorry. But I'll just take this one and bring we guest them inside. This is a program Congress on we are on YouTube and on Facebook. My name is Tembe Pierre, the Freedom Fighter.
Random music.
Watch this country fine, so big man put and tire. So beautiful. Look at within we get lipstick. So beautiful. This nation don't turn so beautiful. BSc, MSc, PhD, they're so beautiful. The one they will lamb at this country so beautiful. And then same one they spoil this country so beautiful. Big English, big jargon so beautiful. See them in our parliament, so beautiful. See them in our law court, so beautiful. See them full up now in state house, so beautiful. See them chairman, director, so beautiful. Party supporters, so beautiful. We party supporters, so beautiful. We safe way they so far, so beautiful. Yes, they want ya say now they want them. They want this in a they want ya. Now this with the pan so draw. Politics don't mess with progress as a people. Politics don't put wedge together to the things we hold us.
Alright, today I want to patient with small. We they try for figure out how they get them to come inside. They actually not join yet. And once they come inside, we they continue with the rest of the discussion. I'm pretty sure today you get for be boom, you get for be exciting, you get for being superb. So please now stay with me and share for more people for actually benefit from this one. We'll continue.
Together, hey salute, see how we done deeply divided along politics and party line. So pull your tribal lens come out, put your regional lens come out, pull party lens come out, and when national lens so follow you see waiting at the talk. So big fool.
Yeah, good morning.
So big fool. And so big fool.
This song comes from Madame Sidratu Aminata Kamara from the United States of America. We dedicate this song to one of the biggest organizations at the world. We had. Yeah.
Made a crack on the mix.
91 big boy Pekin.
It's your double tap, see the ball.
Daily days.
091.
Yellow flag TVs.
Hallelujah. Come on.
We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promote the nation. They know they mix my politics. They know they part tribalism. They know they mix my politics. Yeah. They know they part no tribalism. This now we had. Don't can now we land. So la we all and fine. This now we had. Don't can now we land. So la we all and fine. Who know they back kapu. We had no mix bag bamu. We know they back kapu. We had no mix bag bamu. Go tell the brother sister them say we had don't come over. We had now we all. Tell them for me say we had don't come over. We are now we are. We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promote the nation. They know they mix our politics. They know they part tribalism. They know they mix our politics. Yeah. No tribalism. Big respect to the one who will make we are team up strong one. Especially to you, by Bure Kablai from the north. And to you, Shenge Pierre from the south. Admi Amina, happy birthday in advance to you, by Bure Kablai from the north. You celebrate your birthday January. Happy birthday in advance to you, Shenge Pierre from the south. You celebrate your birthday December. This organization, the 3 years, September 2022. We did tell who members them all over the world, thank you. We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promote the nation. They know they mix my politics. They know they pass tribalism. They know they mix my politics. Yeah. They know they pass no tribalism. Let me tell you, wait till we are gonna do for me. Ain't no church life inside the world country. Number one, they feed the poor. They build outreach for the affected members. For the flooding. Number two, they pay school fees. But you find the way them people them equal. Alone disaster. The people them, we are don't come for everybody in this country. They know they for politics, neither tribalism. We are the organization. We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. We are the organization. Don't come for promoting nation. They know they mix my politics. They know they mix my politics. They know they pass tribalism. They know they mix my politics. They know they pass no tribalism.
God build music.
We are Voice of the Poor. This song come up from Madam Sidra to Aminata Kamara from the United States of America. It is dedicated this song to one of the biggest organizations in the world. We are. Yeah.
Made a crack on the mix.
91 big boy Pekin.
Echa double tap and see the ball.
Daily base.
091.
Yellow flag team this.
Hallelujah. Come on.
We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promote the nation. They know they mix my politics. They know they pass tribalism. They know they mix my politics. Yeah.
Right, welcome back to the program where we call Colga's Item we are on YouTube and on Facebook. Also, we discuss issue the way the front page of the newspaper them they pull for the morning. We actually don't get one of the guests them we don't join with on Zoom, and then we get with all the guests we the try for figure out we go get we na WhatsApp. We try to get the other guests na WhatsApp for let we see how best we can able for discuss the issues them find one. So we try for see what we can do for get them on. Yeah, but in the meantime, let's just introduce to another first guest. We don't get inside the program this morning. And the first one where we don't get in the program this morning, na possibly we don't always deal with we don't help we for discuss issues them. In name na Abdullahi Durakoro Sakor. Good morning and welcome to the program this morning.
Good morning and thank you for having me on this program.
And we actually expect two other guests them we for join we inside the program. And the one we actually forget them on WhatsApp, but we try for connect with them for see what we can get. But I think we go start and begin look at the issues them quickly inside the program. First, let's start with you, Durako. Something catch my attention where you can enjoy the program. The how do you call them, the Lacoste, the clothes we wear. You get something where say free Isasise and others from Rwanda, yeah, or in Rwanda. I don't get the last word. But bottom line now free. They ask for let them free them people, and they tell me small thing about that.
Thank you so much, my brother, for getting me on this program. And I believe, and I sure say a lot of people then watch me and then listen. This T-shirt we I wear now T-shirt where we decide as a party for make the members of the party and some other members them also were very, very much instrumental about the peace process and the holistic peace process in this country for make them go able to manifest that on the day of the special court, the legacy conference. But it been come to a point where I've been believed say, okay, I say not appropriate for make people then do that because we've been on over 600 people there with t-shirts, banners, and everything. Then just one can show, hey, enough is enough. Isa did not do 22 years in a prison, and then for be able for benefit for early release by all intents and purposes. So this is not the reason where you see we wear the t-shirt here. Then also, say this country, it got a background where we go through 11 years of war. And the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, they bring her out and point out the root causes we cause for let this country go into war. And also, waiting transpire inside the war, the TRC recommendation also talk up, rather than create atrocities and in this country, we're tapping. We don't put all them things in the behind we. But where the special court come reminisce and for can see, waiting at the legacy, what they do inside transitional justice system inside Saloon. So we as a party, we believe say we all men them. We like especially Isa we share wearing t-shirt now. They've been very instrumental for bring peace in this country. Say before, if not to be for the sake of Isa, the war are not being for say no go done, but it not being for done at that time. Because he was the only one then we stand as leader of the party, then we the late Corporal Police and call them, arrest him. And they be definitely desperate for look for somebody from the REF who will help for consolidate peace in this country. So the dislike of a lot of people is, as he say, now in then select for lead the party. And they led the party to peace. Then after that peace, they arrest them, then go put them in a prison in Rwanda. Then are the ones that will bear the greatest responsibility because all the things that were happening, they believe say not as a person, individual for saying that they perpetrate them violence about now through their actions, then way some people then do all the things they are. And people then forget to what others then do in this country. Even more terrible than what the REF do. Now then truths and they don't come to light. A lot of people then they agree to the fact. And that's the reason why we advocate for them brothers and release one from prison.
Okay, so and we don't get Titus on the WhatsApp line. Titus, good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning.
All right, in name na Titus boy Thompson. We don't join we on the WhatsApp. We get challenged with Zoom line. Titus and Abdullahi Durakuru Sako, the leader for the IUFP party, they make a call this morning. Say, according to the close way he went this morning, he say free Issa Sise and others. What do you take on this?
This is one of the as I can call double barrel. You land me into the program without having recourse to the discussion going on the go. I only get a snippet.
Okay,
and also,
we've been just begin at the first panel. We just begin.
You get me?
Yeah. I said we've been just begin at the first question that day.
Yes, I know. Then secondly, this is an era in the history of Sierra Leone where I was not particularly as engaged or as involved as I would have wanted to be. Yes, I was involved with some of the paramilitary movements in London, seeking the intervention of the British government through diplomatic means or through what we call advocacy in our own ways in England, forget them for stop the war and all that, and managed to get their involvement. We lobbied the British Parliament and then raised issues around the responsibility of the British government at the time. I remember it was the time of Tony Blair. Not even Tony Blair, it was the time of John Major, then move on to Tony Blair, who basically was there when it ended. The snippet where I get from what the gentleman done the talk about, it was as if what he's saying is that some people had to bear what they call the corporate responsibility of the war, not necessarily an individual responsibility for crimes that they have committed, but they were the ones who, because of their position, they were held responsible. And this is a common principle in law, that if you are what they call the controlling mind, if there's you get sufficient influence, even at the same way they're hoping Charles Taylor, if you had sufficient interest to have stopped something and you did not stop it, then the international courts, they hold you responsible. Say, at the time when these atrocities were being committed, what did you do to stop it? Or you are in the chain of command, or you had sufficient influence over those who were perpetrating the crimes to have stopped it or to have managed it better, but you did not do it. So I think that is what they are suffering now. Now, calling for their release, again, I think it has to be a matter of bringing an end to the residual nature of the civil war in Sierra Leone. The atrocities that were committed at the civil war are regrettable at all times. They should never have been committed. There is no reason why the country from going to arms and going to an armed conflict amongst ourselves. But then there has to come a time where you get to draw the line on these things. And the sadness of it is that the line drawing has not been done. Other people are committing the same type of crimes. So we are going back in the same vicious circle. We are taking our way back to the road that led us to the civil war. And that is my own concern. That the first civil war will not resolve our hate, will not come to terms of our hate as a nation. We now cleanse ourselves of the atrocities that occurred, and we now forgive ourselves. Yet the truth and reconciliation process has not been perfected. Yet people are going back to that circle where, armed conflict get for come inside, extrajudicial killings get for come inside, people are being arrested in the morning by police and being killed in the night surreptitiously. So my concern is grave. My concern is grave that we really not learn from the past, or maybe some of these guys who are involved in the last war, yes, maybe this is a time to bring them back out so they can relive their experiences and teach some of us the lessons of their inaction, or the lessons of the actions that they took or decisions that they took at the time when they know that they had the influence to have stopped some of the carnage and they did not do it. So I think, yes, the border is in place. Their campaign is in place to call for the release of the residual inmates who will come out of the International Criminal Court for Sierra Leone. It is high time that these people are allowed to go and live the rest of their lives in peace. The nation cannot be that vengeful. I not believe the nation should be that vengeful. I feel if we allow them people here to get on with their lives, and if we learn from their experiences, if we allow them to die without telling us why and how, and the suffering that they, and apologize to the nation for the suffering that they caused, and make recompense for all of that suffering, then we as a nation will lose. We lose out bigly, as it were. That is my own view of it.
Okay. Duako, you're waiting fight or say. He say yes on a campaign in place because we need for learn from them people they are waiting na the thing where they be supposed to don't do for stop certain things them and waiting at the pain as well where they go through. So we need for learn and they as well need to come out and apologize to the nation before ever something will happen when they go die tomorrow. Waiting you take on that.
Is it clear?
I don't get you.
You get me?
Yes, we get you.
I said, you hear me clearly? Because I get me Bluetooth
yeah,
here. I don't know if you get
Yes,
me.
we get you clear.
Okay. Yeah. My brother, to be very honest with you, the brother talked very, very nicely. But the best way we can put the past behind that when we're able to learn from that past, right? Mm-hmm. And when we make mistakes, we can also see the consequences to ourselves and others as well. We can then apologize and make amendments to others. Like when they talk about the transitional justice system, you understand? Until the perpetrators, whether they go say na Isalem or na Ibrahim Bazide or na Maurice Kalonde, any one of them, when are citizens of this land, if they don't do so much time na prison, na other man country, who say they no nobody and nobody no do that. We believe say na only way they do na then go out. Because I believe say a lot of people don't forgive them. You know, the kind of grievance and the kind of attacks and where the RAF been get about 10 or 15 years ago, say the war been senseless and this and that. Now people then they in the affirmative for say definitely it was right. And all because even before the conference the end, I remember one big judge inside our conference.
Which conference will you talk about?
This legacy conference of the special court, right? He talks say he said all the things that we've been triggered in war yesterday, they're still there between us alone today. You understand? So we need to make amendments which we said we can forgive ourselves and learn from our errors. When we learn from them mistakes we tend not to repeat them anymore.
Sorry that I want
The
to come
past
inside
stay
quickly.
past.
Sorry that I want to come inside quickly. Do I call you get me?
You
You agree to the fact that the things them, I'll apologize first to my viewers then. My camera really not good this morning and that's why I don't data like these days until we camera come back, another camera for replace this one. So now please forgive me, the screen they really shake. So do I call you agree with the fact say the things them when make we go to the war, we still get them as we talk so right now with we?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, hold on.
Definitely.
Hold on. You know why I asked you this question? With the last program where we do, you say then things the way they happen when make we go to the war, not to the same thing they happen right now. You remember?
No, I'm not saying that. So we talk from another perspective.
No. Now the same perspective.
But where I say the root causes of the war.
Yes, the root cause. There you go. Now the same thing that they talk about. The root cause of the war is like
right.
The same thing when they make people go to the war. Now they live with Subak, but you be saying no.
No, not to me say no. Maybe you get that misunderstood.
Okay, I will get for dig you last how do you call them? Your last interview and dig this one today and put them together. Maybe you will get for sale later on. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So they say until we're willing to take responsibility for our own actions, then we're not likely to learn from the past mistakes. When we forgive others and we start to look at ourselves, we begin to tune into how we can help to create misunderstandings or misfortune. Understanding our own part in this is very essential. We cannot change how others or how them people may not act yesterday or how they may even act in the future. But definitely, ironically, those who are constantly referencing the past, when people they will already talk about the past, then they limit them present choices by holding on to the past and the old wounds. And precisely, the one they also will not be acknowledge their mistakes or learn from them, they are attached to the past because they have not learned to take responsibility for what happened. Because Salona, we all take responsibility, say we are all responsible for the war, one way or the other. Because like where some learned people can say, they say, people know they, when, you know, go see a country way bad, and now bad people they do in that country, it's not only the people where they do the bad, now the good people where sit down where they do anything about it. You understand? So there was a lot of people in this country where you know say there is abject poverty, which is state-sponsored poverty. The resources of the country, they benefit the people of this country.
Okay.
Then get challenges with the health, then get challenges with everything when our infrastructure for make life better for the common man. And when they look at other African countries and see how then they run, how then they pass them pace, for erase the colonial mentality, for erase the old trajectory there, and bring in new things and can way better for the people.
Last still focus on this and special call thing. I like how to inside titles, please. I've been to paper them up where I want for now the same issue, but now we'll talk about them quickly. And this one, when at the Night Watch newspaper, say 10 years on, flame of justice burns again in Sierra Leone. And then we go to the next paper, when at the Gleaner newspaper, it say at plenary meeting, RSCSL judges charts future path of the court. Okay, Titus, you do follow the court, this conference and the way out the door, time for you structure back the court and the words them where they come out from the different speaker name. For example, the prosecutor for the special for the ICC, waiting to talk about justice and how Salone for actually make sure say they work with the international laws and make sure say all waiting equal injustice come to an end. You follow that?
Yes, to some extent, yes.
Okay, so what do you think, especially in the area, say, the injustice inside Sierra Leone for come to an end?
You see, the problem, you see, injustice can never be a natural process in any country or in any domain. It is the administration of justice, lying they develop or devise, and through the administration of justice, you devise the frameworks for letting you achieve justice in any society. The problem where we get now the administration of justice, nine don't falter. Because you have people who, for certain selfish interests, have decided to overlook the parameters by which the administration of justice should be maintained. You get a system now where people they become chief justice will not get probably the stamina to become chief justice, high court judge, supreme court judge, magistrates, not get the stamina. Because now, instead of you look at the experience, dexterity and skills of the people they look at the tribal background and the political framework or the political leanings of the individual. So the administration of justice wrong. The police get a very big role for playing the administration of justice because they are the principal investigators of criminal activity or of matters that affect the stability of the state. Now, if the police force is compromised by political considerations, then it makes it difficult for the administration of justice to operate. So the whole ethos of the argument for move from the issue of justice, whether we can, because justice is just, it is a goal. Justice is a goal for achieve. Move from that goal, come back to the starting point, the starter's block. Before you run the race of 100 meters, you start from somewhere. Move to where we are starting off. If somebody don't miss gun, as they can say, if you beat gun, then for start the race back. But we have a race where people they run and they beat gun, the gun don't fire. When they beat gun, you fire. When they don't beat gun, you go. That can't force. This is our problem. All people understand. Our problem is that we need to go back to basics. I have looked at some of these issues as a political commentator, and I have realized that you cannot be putting blame to political parties. It is not right. You cannot be putting blame to governments. It is not right. You have to put blame where you can correct it. You see, the law says, nemo dat quod non habet. You cannot give that which you do not have. Political parties or governments cannot give you justice because they do not have it to give. It is the people who dispense justice who can give you justice. So when we go back to them people that we get for dispense justice, maybe we need for again go back to that separation of duties and powers, where they say civil servant for involved in politics. That was the reason. If you involve that way in politics, you will never be able to dispense or discharge your responsibilities in any scope. You can't discharge your responsibilities in a manner where they create or they assure the rest of the community say justice prevails. Now we look at this situation with the APC not going back to court when they lost the election. A lot of people then blame them, but me personally, I think it was a very good and brave decision. Why do we need to go to court when you know that the outcome is given? The outcome is given before you go to court. If it was a situation of it was the basis going to be judged on the basis of your arguments and evidence that you bring into the court, that we have determined the outcome, then you can say the APC for go. Places like Malawi or other countries in East Africa, South Africa, they have gone to court and they have got justice. In Kenya recently, no, in Senegal recently, the Supreme Court ruled say the president was wrong for delayed elections. Who's Judge Godin Asado will make that ruling? They say any president Asado wrong for delayed election by 3 months. It cannot happen. This is what we need to do. Go back to the institutions that we have. Make these institutions responsible and accountable to the people. And make them independent so they can do their work properly. So the issue around justice, I think, is a non-starter. Justice cannot be given. It's like happiness. Nobody can make you happy. If you don't have the prerequisites or the parameters to make yourself happy, nobody will make you happy. The happiness of somebody else is being to you, then the bonus. We enjoy somebody else's company. But for saying you make the money, somebody for make you happy, but a lie.
Right.
It does not happen.
Okay.
Still
Titus and Duraku, we're inside the justice system. Do you have a lot touch on this thing quickly? We know say MTs entirely continue right now, the gun right now inside the country. And the biggest issue for the alleged treason trial gets to do with the former president, Ernest Bai Koroma. And we've been seeing Usai, the road there between ECOWAS and the government. And later, court come up with a particular conditions. Say, let this man go to Nigeria for treatment. And yesterday, they supposed to appear in a court, but he not show up at all. And Durako, what's your take on this particular issue?
Well, thank you very much. Just like how the brother been saying just now, we are politicians, especially exemplary one, we are revolutionary party. And with decisions and with opinions, they not transcend with jurisdiction inside with party. Me, I believe the whole scenario with His Excellency, the former president, Ernest Bai Koroma, na strictly judicial matter, and na big case where involve treason, people that don't die, and so many things. So as interim leader for a political party, I'm not going to tell you any opinion where it will be satisfactory to you. We just sit down and watch, and then we see how the due process they go, and we see how justifiable that process and how transparent and clean it be.
Titus, what's your take on that?
Well, me go take a slightly contrary view, even though I agree with the brother. Yes, you cannot take these matters as sub judice. Once George the handler, you know, will begin his opinions in public about them. I think there is room for the parties concerned for determining whether it is in the interest of justice for take the former president through this procedure. That is what I think. I think we need to stand back as a nation and give credence to the office and the institutions that we are building or we built for ourselves. The president of a nation, for go through what they go through now, is not a good thing. Even in America, yes, Donald Trump is going through a lot of issues, but you see that the law protects him. When it comes to certain decisions, the law makes its case, it makes its own mind on what to do, and there are procedures. There is no categoric assertion that Donald Trump is guilty of anything, unless you take an argument into court, and the argument has to go into court. It has to be robustly examined, and then judges or everybody who can give their opinion. Then you can come back and look into whether there is any fiat that a former president gets when he's dealing with these matters, and then you can consider what are the repercussions. You see, so everybody, you can't make carte blanche to these matters. For me, and again, I will side with the brother on the fact that making a categorical statement would be unwise at this point in time. This is a matter that's being handled in the courts. But I go further for say, I think it is unfortunate that a former president should go through a procedure like this. It is unfortunate that the office of the presidency is being taken into disrepute. The ECOWAS, I think one of the reasons why they got involved is to look at it's a preservation thing, self-preservation. If every country begins to chase the president this way, then people then go into power and refuse for left power. Because they don't say the minute when left power, somebody will carry on that. Let me get democracy the African way, and let democracy mean something for ourselves. And at the same time, let we able for deal with issues we want to deal with them. I think the ECOWAS are a good and fitting body for manage this affair. The courts in Sierra Leone are handling it in their own way. We see the judge yesterday say, look, this man not come and give you a reason. If we're not get reason where the former president in lawyer said, look, because of some administrative constraints, and able to get the proper documentation the way the court required. The court said, okay, I give you time to go and get those documentation. I'm sure at the end of the day, the court will decide, or the government will decide, whether to enter a case of null prosequi. Say, look, we're not going to prosecute this man for this matter as it is. Whatever the one they will get so far, they will deal with them. Maybe in the interest of justice in Sierra Leone, or in the interest of a safe society, we can live with that. We not think say we'll get for begin vengeance by anybody. I don't think this is the time. I think our president should be allowed to retire and retire in peace. It is sad that our former president should come up with this issue. He never be involved in this kind of imbroglio under the word and the Whitman color, not to find tea, not to find word, not to find affair, not to find situation. They're not good lay happy. So I reserve me because I have written an article that says I stand with Ernest Koma. So if I say anything now, people might think I'm prejudiced. I stand with him on this matter for a very simple reason, that the office of the presidency should be accorded the due dignity he deserves, and then forgive the presidency some leeway and say, look, okay, if people then do this, that. I mean, for example, they don't mention the chief of staff. They don't mention the former minister. Nobody they go on that and they will go and say them for arrest and carry them go see ideas yet. We want for see what they happen. So it better now we left this whole thing. Let it unravel as it is unraveling in the courts system. If ECOWAS say we want this man for day with we and we want him asylum in Nigeria for the time being, make we are not prosecutor more health, no deteriorate. I think say the government will find a way for accommodate that, and the courts will find a way for accommodate that and go on with the trial. Otherwise, they go hold the country into ransom, and we're not going to ever make progress. I think say we need to move on.
Okay, so let me go into another thing. Blackout, well, I don't know if you feel this particular thing what I can ask you so, yeah? Or before we go into that one day, inside this same case, although you know how to talk about Ansola asked titles again, the Owl newspaper get this thing where they put up say, plan to kill him, alleged coup plotters exonerated by Mahmoud. You as well listen to that particular court report there?
Oh yes, I listened to the court report. Again, from your own personal involvement, you know, it's me now. I'm a prominent APPC person, a member of the party. I write in favor of the party, and I am a development and communications consultant. I've been employed by the sitting government of the APC, not directly by the government, but by institutions within the government. Because I worked with the mayor of Freetown, I worked with the Inspector General of Police, among others. And yes, I'm again, left this thing to the courts for decide. It is on the basis of evidence, and the evidence that has been adduced in court. Now, on that basis, the court will make it done. Okay. We only get for making comments after the court make a decision way perverse, so perverse that it flies against the weight of evidence. Then people like we will come down hard and raise all of these issues with the courts. But for now, we have to allow the court to continue with the deliberations. I was not in court. If I was in court when the evidence was given, I would have recorded it and reported on it in relation to the constraints and guidelines where the court could not give. For cases like these are high-profile cases. You know, they just jump to conclusion on one report. We therefore see what the one would say. The whole matter is unfortunate. I would say this: the whole matter of the case in the trial is unfortunate. The whole matter of what transpired in that fateful evening is unfortunate. The loss of life is unfortunate. What I'm saying is a situation wherein some people were dragged into a conflagration, not of their own making, and all of that is unfortunate. So let justice take its course. That's the only thing I would say for now. Let the truth reign supreme. Let the people of Sierra Leone get to the bottom of this.
Okay.
And we can only do this by listening to what comes out from the courts.
Thank you. Okay, so let we come over and not move. I'm Duako. I want to ask you this question because you dey inside the country and maybe you know more about this particular issue. This is not the thing where they put to you. According to the Sierra Leone, they say Blackout, the hit Freetown, Bo, Kenema, and Kono, serious one right now. What are you feeling yourself right now? What's in the happen?
Me in the eastern area,
Okay.
and this area where me dey na somewhere. During the day, on and off, light can day, at times light not can day, but 9 out of the time, 9 out of 10 times, light not can day during the day. But at night, they can only 7 to 8, then they can get light.
Every day.
Till the morning. So other places then definitely they get challenges.
Samians, they get light every day
in
na net. Now you dey for say.
Right.
Okay, but now according to the paper, the blackout don't become very much serious now for plenty inside them inside Freetown, and now Bo, Kenema, Kono, Sef don't involve inside the blackout with serious technical problem. What do you take?
Well, me on take is that I know say you get a very dynamic ministry where na EFSA where they do all what they can do because Mrs. they see certain things the way they go on at the country. Beside then they try for bring renewable energy at some certain places, either by planting a lot of solar panels, huge acres of land for help the villages for let them able to get lights. And also we see other new infrastructures then they come up in different places. Let me not forget the electricity has always been a challenge at this country. Because up to now, we still get everything colonial. Everything we have, all the institutions here are colonial. So for let we get an overhaul system, we say government to come and scrap the entire electricity system and the entire country and bring a new narrative. We're not able to foresee that. So for sustain the old infrastructure.
Or please agree or disagree, say the electricity right now, especially inside Freetown, where they can always create say, Freetown don't become the darkest city or Freetown don't move from the darkest city. You will agree or disagree on this particular statement saying Freetown don't return back to the dark city as it used to be.
Well, unfortunately, so yes, I can agree to that.
So with the reverse where we don't see, with the kind debt where we don't see from the one the way they give you light, when this government we don't criticize them particular system, then they say the capitalship not good, and then they come and make sure say they review the price system because it's very expensive. The last government do very bad agreement with the capitalship. They indeed come, they review, but now we see say everything is skyrocket within the EDSA. You will agree with me again, apart from the fact that it all reverse from how it been day to how it not been day in terms of dark city. You will still agree with me, say, even when we still the day under this 1 in, 1 out, 1 in, 1 out, or according to what you say, 9 blackout, 1 light in the daytime, it don't still expensive pass our day. Double, like 4 times pass our day. Right or wrong? Do I get me?
I'm not getting the last part.
I say, you don't actually tell me, say, during the day, 9 out of 10 where light they come, 9 blackout, 1 light during the day. Na net, it can better, it can day. Yeah? But, in as much as it all reverse now, in terms of how we been day, it don't go beyond back, the blackout business. We still get the system where you say the light business, even when we go blackout, it all more expensive 4 times past how we been day before 2018, right or wrong?
Well, that's right. That's right. Now everything is done expensive, not only electricity, but the challenge more day on electricity and fuel in the country. You know, these are challenges and where the people they face very, very strongly, especially with electricity, especially EDSA. Because you can go buy, you top up, let me say 100,000, 200,000, or 300,000. Trust me. I mean, you will find out, say, you know, they even know how you compute how that money is done. And all the homes and the facing challenges across the country, not only in Freetown, you know, that the tariff is too high and so many things, and the government for subsidize and all that things. But honestly, my brother, we know they talk about this. As interim leader of a political party, I want for them to deal with more tangible issues. We, as a party, if we come na power in this country, we will make sure say electricity, water resource, and other things, then we will make them things of the past. Because we want government the way they take on projections in our country, where you take them is for donor, but it's not sustainable in this country. After every 5 years, they want to let the government change. Other people then come and then bring another kind of decision. So all the things here they mitigate against the sustainable development of this country. Even what we don't gain, you'll find out say, I don't care what President Bill do in this in term of office. If we put all infrastructures in the right place, another government will come, where probably not to President Bill, it will just can't destroy everything. So now we need a national manifesto, we need a national consensus for deal with some things holistically, you know, not politically. We get for deal with things holistically, because the challenges we face in the country is so immense. Just like I said, the tariffs are high, here don't go up, food na challenge. I mean, we are people and within at the east, we go to the market, we see things. But the people of Sierra Leone are resilient, and also now people that wait patient. We just talk no more to the authorities and to the government and make them try to make policies in this country will make life easy for the people.
Okay. Titus, waiting na your general overview on waiting they happen right now with regards electricity inside Sierra Leone and Freetown in particular.
Talk of electricity, bring me back to something I read a while back. That the problem of electricity was solved by 100 years ago. So why are we still Why are we still struggling with it? That problem was solved over 100 years ago. Electricity is like fire. You see, where man no gets civilization yet. When you catch beef, I think the beef that raw will be eaten or whatever. We don't get away from it until somebody discover fire. The fire burn the beef. It is. I say, hey, this one is sweet past the raw one. So that's how cooking begin. Well, that's the way the event of cooking was resolved. When they discover fire, they don't discover electricity over 100 years ago. But our problem is generating capacity. The problem again is management of resources. The problem again is management of the processes where you for secure and maintain the resources. People and they pay for light, that's alone. And they pay for light and they collect the money they issue side for each cap or not they get the couple. I think at the end product that. So where do they go wrong? Besides the shortage they happen. You know, tell me so that going to TSG for go take money away, somebody don't pay. You pay for light in advance, so it's not in areas anymore. In advance, most people, 90% of Sierra-Leoneans pay for their electricity by meter in advance. You pay before you burn out. So why don't for pay the people? Second to that, I think the government don't prioritize issues like electricity for a long time. You see, when Anes Roma came to power, this was one of the first things he said that he prioritized electricity. And it worked for him in the sense that he managed to do it. He did emergency procedures. They were not perfect, but then, yes, we got light for a reasonable time. Then in the end, we ended up with car powership. Car powership has always been an interim measure. It's not supposed to be a permanent solution. Interim measure until we expect, say, the M60 money before we enough resources for build power generating capacity, for match up with the Bumbuna hydroelectric and so other mini dams, and I think KKY7 the top of mini dams, mini hydro projects na put local and some other places. All of these things have failed us. So I'm wondering why and how. We don't produce enough power for this country. We're not an industrial nation. We are not by any means or any stretch of the imagination an industrialized country. All electricity only pull now for consumption, domestic consumption. Very few now go for developer produce goods. So how come? How much electricity mines and they use? How many mines are they in operation right now? So all of these things we need to look at. The issue now is failure. That's the way I see it. The issue is just basically the sign of a failure that this government has failed the people to provide basic necessity like electricity, water in some parts even of Freetown they don't get. Not every day, even when in time we say we go and treat them for a week, they still don't get them. The pipe system when they work again. Now you see main pipe, Guma pipe, and a series of other sub pipes. They go bust the main pipe. I don't know where some of these things come from. We never used to see this thing in the old days when we were young in the salon. But now we have in plastic pipe. From plastic pipe, they run all over the streets. Where the loose pipe, ring and a bucket, where the cut pipe, bossa. Man, there's too much. There's too much lawlessness in everything we produce and consume. Too much lawlessness.
Okay.
No regard for structure, no regard for property of the state. Electricity cables, put in the wood and put and go make pot and pan. I don't understand how that can happen. Generating capacity, they reduce because people are going to substation and damage them. For what? I don't know. So, there's too much. There's too much. This is what I think the past government, this present government, they accuse the past government of leakages. But I think now the next government will begin to consider whether there's no hotel.
So you don't talk about leakages. Let's talk about leakages. I get two last questions for now. Yeah. The first one where I will ask, now bottom line, and basically on the Auditor General issue. Now, according to Budget Advocacy Network, where now one civil society organization that we don't advocate for let the government use we salon couple properly, and who says the government get beaucoup debts now the international community, then don't they advocate for let them pull some of them debts and let them sorry for we, and then don't they succeed one way or the other. So they don't study like 2 to 3 years ago the issue of the Auditor General, and then come out with an interview report say from where the government suspend a large repairs and Tamba Momo. Now, number one, European Union stop for give direct financial support. They're not sending the project to direct financial support to Sierra Leone. Yeah. So, but this case still they go on. Now I ask Una this question. Waiting Una think about this, the case and how we continue because of this mistake where some people go say the mistake or the government deliberately do, don't make we continue now know the benefits, how it's supposed for benefits. And I come to you, Duakubo, but I'll read something quickly. 2018, when this government first came to power, the money where they receive now $46.3 million. For say, when I just don't come, let me start for begin to something. From 2018 to 2020, according to Jacob Jusu Safar, when I been the finance minister by then, he said the government gets $865 million from external revenue mobilization, the couple where they get from their people here. But when this government don't come so, this revenue don't drop serious one where they make the government don't really put a lot of taxation by the people of the country. And Durakoro, the issue of the Auditor General don't create serious problem for we, because now the international community they say we're not transparent and we don't want for deal with independent institutions. Them, what do you take?
Well, brother, I can always tell you the background where we come from as a revolutionary party. The Auditor General issue now strictly an issue where they deal with government. And the government, whatever reason where he finds Mr. Leotias for be wanting of, we make them relieve him of his duty. It's left for the judiciary for tell the people, for say, yes, she was guilty of that, I make them remove her, or no, he not be guilty. But notwithstanding that, whether the international community give money or not give money to Salone, especially in lieu of the fact, say, now because of, say, the people, excuse me, me battery on the rundown, but the make it, like, way I've been say,
they not get no locals for saying that because of the institutional failures that we own country make them withhold them funding to the country. Not only because of trade affairs, but the European Union always want for dictate. You understand? Because if now a democratic people, a democratic union, and they want to deal with the country democratically, if we get any government, then for deal with that government, they irrespective of whatever the government they do inside in administration.
So you get any evidence for say the European? You get any evidence for sure say the European Union always want for dictate to the government?
Well, European Union, America, and all the Western countries, yeah, then they can't have with the dictatorship.
You get any evidence for sure say European Union they dictate to the government?
Of course.
What are the evidence?
Of course. Because if they give you money, because they say he who pays the piper calls the tune.
So
you understand? We for able for do all them things they have for we say. But if European Union they come, they give you handouts every time. We for no say we definitely
okay,
a big problem.
This question. A lot just put them into your own self life, daily life. Where you get your money, not to what you want to do, you do.
Yes, of course.
So if you get your money, and then me when for work, I get all what you take, right? I turn so I see everything. But then for manager very well. Then you get money, you don't manage very well. You will allow me for misuse your money, not to what you want for do with me money, you will tell me.
Well, that's an individual interaction, Nani. But when they talk about a nation dealing with a country, when they deal with a country, you don't get for think personally for yourself. You get for think from a national perspective.
For think about ourselves as now we in the country, we're not going to make things change. I'll put this to you again. If this donor they can't give you couple, if you know the condition with this donor, not the when they car with you know one time, fair you own. Allow the donor for go to couple. But if you depend on them, then of course you don't allow them for put more by waiting they're not supposed to put more. Now you don't talk and juice for say you where they pay the pipe and I determine the tune. Right?
So waiting you don't come friend to you, waiting making they give you money for.
No, the question is not waiting the donor come friend to we.
I mean let me not go into this as an argument.
No. Go straight. The question not about waiting you don't know can fend to we. It's about waiting we go on after the donor for. Because every day we president the fly for go and talk to donors them. Right or wrong?
Well, I don't know if not to donors there, and you know to me and go. I don't know if not to donors there go, but I know that you go as president of a whole country, yes. Representing country on different
okay,
different things. So you don't go say he always go look for donor, right?
No, but wait.
We don't follow news. We don't want for be a donor-driven economy anymore. And this will try to tell the people of this country.
No, but wait.
We don't want for be donor-driven.
No, not to waiting.
We want for able to do something for we
happen. The question now, you follow the news and you see who side they go and waiting at the discussion when they come out of the work and day when the president they go do. You can follow.
Well, not necessarily.
Then you don't lost as a political leader. Allow all you the right state. Titus, waiting that you don't take on this issue where I just don't put salt to Draco.
Well, the unfortunate consequence of again the actions of government that you depend on the European Union for budgetary support your management of your finances. Then somebody will be the key accountability. You sack them without proper reason. And then your situation fail for improve, and everybody say you're going from bad to worse. They stop for funding. That is the consequence. European Union will give money to government of Sierra Leone, especially for monies away them they give. See budget support now money when they say okay government you are spending this amount. This is what you need. You know they raise this amount for me to spend. So that the go as small they are able for people and workers then do it for do the money. Basically money is not tied to anything other than government activities. But then most of the money they come in as government activities goes out and take the president for example. Since he left the country about 2 weeks ago, and nothing says he don't come back home. From why he recently go
China,
ECOWAS to Namibia, now I'm from the Bering to China, from China to So again, UAE, from UAE, I don't know, say I go next because I understand, say Fatima at some point, and then to be land here in the first lady land China. Then I see the first lady Harvard, get to United States universities, and all of these are private flights, private trips, jet set in life. And I'm asking myself, can we afford all of this? Me now, the private business person, if I can't afford a jeep, I need to go first for go take jeep for driver. I go drive keke, I'll ride keke because I can't afford a jeep. As long as I can get from place A to place B, meet the meetings and that's it. I don't even come on me. I own an estate in Ghana. I'm trying to build an estate in Ghana. I only come on me estate if I don't get reason for going at all. For go up junction at the town because I'm towards the beach. For come on me beach area, going at the town. I don't do it. Unless I get reason for going at the town. But why you go, the president of a country, they out every week. And this is private jets, private jets. You footprint, you carbon, what they call it, footprint that high. What does it bring back to the country? If people are already support, without no need for fly, all you need for do maintain a robust and transparent accounting system, an account and audit monitoring system. You cannot do it. Then cut them funding. Our country suffers. Then we look at no more cost benefits. You see, we cannot be afraid, all of us, at all times, for say we don't go talk the truth to this country or to this government. We will tell them. You see, we will tell them because we think it is in the interest of justice and the interest of the country in development. Let people know. See what is going on is not the right thing. You know, the government for Sidon, the president for Sidon, and ask himself, take account. If I have to go somewhere, what will it bring back to Sierra Leone? Going everywhere to say you are forcing development and forcing, it's not helping. It's a soundbite. It's not helping unless money they come out. If money they come out, all well and good. Me, I support the president to go out, meet with people who bring money into the country. I support his going out to places like Turkey and bring Turkish businesses. Go out to places like Malaysia. Look, the president of Malaysia, he had an interest in building the Lungi Bridge. Let me tell you this. The president of Malaysia, there is a Malaysian company, one of the largest construction companies in the world called Costain. I know this because I dealt with these people. And they said to me, Titus, all you need to do is to invite the president of Malaysia to your country. When he comes there, he comes with a team of business people that will invest in your country. And Malaysia owes Sierra Leone an obligation because in a year to Salon they can't take Bengal when they go plant in Malaysia. Now Malaysia is one of the world's largest manufacturers and producers of palm oil. People don't know this. Now Salon can't take the seedlings. So now they're one of the world's largest producers of palm oil. And they owe that because palm oil, in case people don't know, palm oil is about chocolate, it's about cream. Palm oil is one of the most versatile products in the world. Nearly every time they use beauty product or luxury product or cream and this that chocolate, palm oil inside. This ordinary palm oil, all the take cook asali for me on Colbert this morning. My brother, palm oil. Now in the pan chocolate, they pan sweet, they pan all kinds of you think of. Na Salon they can pull the seedlings for go Malaysia. Malaysia and the world pan soap, luxury soaps and soap. But in that kind of world they make palm oil na Salon, with soda soap and whatever with palm oil. Now they take me soda soap, so soda and palm oil. They take me soda soap.
Okay.
People don't know these things. These are we are not looking strategically, or maybe the government don't get the knowledge, or maybe the government don't get access to the knowledge. But sometimes we say these things not because one for ridicule the government or because one for oppose the government, but say draw attention to these matters, look in this direction. These are the people you should be quoting. The Arabs will not give you money unless you are a Muslim. Sierra Leone has a majority Muslim population, but we don't have a majority Muslim culture. This is what people don't understand. There are more Muslims in Sierra Leone, but there are more people who celebrate Christmas in Sierra Leone than the one who Christian. Because the Muslims celebrate Christmas with us. When they fast done, when Christmas comes, all day inside. Even the fast months, they wait for them fast. But pray day in the world, in the world, we have that that link that our country is blessed with. We don't say people that call it religious tolerance. It is our cultural framework that we don't see differences or barriers.
Okay.
So the only way we can do these things, push the people who are the Muslim leaders, who are the Muslim clerics, or the Muslim people who can sit and talk with the Arabs. Let them bring the Arab money.
All right. So we don't come. We don't come to the end. Duakola come to you. I don't know if anything there where we be supposed to discuss within your mind where you will not discuss. If anything, please go ahead and make your submission. Duako.
Well, definitely I'm not going to trigger anything for open up a new discussion.
Okay, in line the older play. We'll wait and see when in line the Zoom again. Let's see what thing happen. You get me? Okay, you don't free. So Titus, as your last submission, anything the way you want for left with me?
Well, I'm just following on from what I've been lastly talk with. I think the government for begin be strategic
time together.
The president level and reaching out to other nations. We did not do that well with the Chinese because we know, I don't think say this government take advantage of the Chinese openness to Sierra Leone. The Chinese have a duty. They have a long-standing obligation to Sierra Leone because we are one of the countries we stand for them when they were working on this one China concept in the United Nations. SAJ Pratt of blessed memory was one of the people, as the Minister of Foreign Affairs, gave a resounding speech at the United Nations. We impressed the Chinese then. We get them for push with the idea of the one nation China and resolve the issue with Taiwan and all that. So the Chinese then, because of that, they make the rebuilding the new national stadium. They were open, the new police headquarters, they were open to work with Sierra Leone. This government obviously not make much advantage of that. The cancelling of the Mamama airport did not go down well with them, but the Chinese still get an openness to Sierra Leone. I think we need to revisit that relationship. The Arabs, our relationship with the Arabs, the Arabic Creative Fund and the Arab countries are ready to finance.
Yeah, sorry, I don't you get me?
And the need for a lot of, but then they don't talk to the right people. When, for example, Chief Minister and a Muslim and a Christian, he walks into Saudi Arabia with Muslim headgear. It makes a mockery of the people then because they know you're not going to talk Arabic. You see, some of these things are failures. They look at this thing, they think it's a cultural and a fashion thing, but no, it sends the wrong signals. Then we push the one a Muslim like Alpha Khan, when they get in the government, then he learn to APC people then for support them, no problem. Then for send Alpha Khan go in that kind of delegation and they let Alpha Khan go live panel the Quran, you go to go for talk and try for the money come out. We all want to let the president go out and bring in resources to the country. That's what presidents are supposed to do. But we need for make the president they do in tips, then let them be strategic and let them be beneficial to the country. At the end of the day, this is the man's time to govern. If this is his way of governing the country, let we help him for let it govern the right way. If that fly one for fly, as he don't say, he go to fly, make it fly. As long as he bring something out. When the fly go and can, that's not in the case. They go left for the go meet you in the airport too. Because you know they tell well, man will go meet you in the airport, not day. So I think the president for the visit in strategy.
All right.
But all said and done, we all want the country to go before. We need for press on. The issue of justice is an issue that we again get to go back to institutions and make sure say they work for we. I hope say maybe the new I think the new Chief Justice don't begin to one or two things the way they see one or two semblance of matters coming to hand. Because I think the way the court system don't handle the Anescoma issue, I think in some ways it probably would be down to the advice of the Chief Justice. Okay. I think so.
Thank you.
That you cannot intervene on a matter that is sub judice, matter that is in the hands of the court, the ECOWAS, whatever their authority, cannot just come in and say categorically, we want this man and Nigeria, then the government agree. So going through the courts was the right way, and I think it would have been the right decision. It's a right decision that was made, and the courts are managing the situation. I think it's the right thing. And I think for that, I think it's the Chief Justice should be given some consideration for that.
Thank you very much.
Eventually come down to him. And I think his long years in practicing the law obviously don't teach them that way, that you cannot circumvent the law. No matter how, you cannot give the perception that you can set the law aside. So maybe that's a good start. The issue about bringing an Nkrumah back, again, is a matter that's there for the courts, as we don't left to the courts, let the courts handle them. For the discussions we've had today, I think, yes, the brother at the start was right. Let me put an end to the civil war. Let me put an end to those who are in prison, and let me get a chance for learn from these people, their experiences. Don't get them around in circuits, let them lecture, not just in Sierra Leone, but other countries as well that are tending towards rebellion and war situation, to say, look, this is the experience that we have had, let me learn from them. That is what I want to say. In a nutshell, to round up, I think it's been a good program. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you as always, and God bless you. Got yourself a good day. All right, Abdullahi, again, I will ask you, what think will be last submission?
Yeah, thank you so much. It's been a very wonderful program. My last talk is just talking to every Sierra Leonean that will put the past behind we. If you look at all the wars that were happening in many, many places, you will definitely know that Sierra Leone not a country where being in. We're not used to war. We're not used to fighting each other. We're not used to so many things. And the legacy of the special court show me a lot of things. Other countries that we go through war, like South Sudan and other places, the challenges that we then face, we don't get up. So I just admonish every Sierra Leonean for let us put the past behind we brothers them, we advocate for them free one, and I believe that when they're free, then come here together, we go apologize to whether they in need for apologize to, and we go take a new page in our country. And we want the country to be a peaceful country. We're not a revolutionary party. We know we'll get for know everything where President Bio they do or whatever any other person they do. Their administration is their administration. They have been given the mandate by the people for let them run the country. So at the end of the term, it left to the decision of the people. We're not a political party. We know they make or incite people them against any government or support any government. What we don't say that the fact and that the truth. Now we tell the people of this country to make them follow we, to make we able to make this country. And if that be so, we make sure say everybody come back now the democratic arena. We are in the democracy where we say we want, let me follow. Where we not don't go vote. Any president we not don't get, we not forget about una party, we not follow una president. A fellow na una, a genu na una. So we for know that. As a culture in this country now, the only way we will forget peace, we'll get healing, and we'll get total development in this country.
Thank you very much. Abdullahi Doakoro Sakor, the leader of RUFP. Thank you, God bless you, and get yourself a very good day. Well, inside the program, we don't get to two people them. We Titus Boy Thompson. They joined me inside the program this morning, and Abdullahi Doakoro Sakor. Thank you very much to the producer for this program, and thanks to the one that you will watch, you will like, you will share, you will subscribe. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Until then, we're going to meet again. It's another beautiful edition of a program called We Had the Net. My name is Samepe, the freedom fighter. God bless you. Continue to where we call.